I'm Rev Rob, this biblical basketball. I got a story for you. I used to think BJ Armstrong was better than Michael Jordan. BJ Armstrong was my guy. And I grew up like most kids in the 80s and 90s watching Jordan, all the commercials, the shoes, Gatorade, McDonald's, the scoring titles, the dunks, sticking his tongue out. But one day they picked up this guard named BJ Armstrong, and instantly I was like, this the dude. He's better than Jordan. And I'm about to tell you the path I went through in my life thinking these things. Like, I used to get into fights or, they almost came to blows at school because kids was trying to tell me Jordan was better. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm getting emotional and I'm ready to fight. So listen to how I set the story up so you fully understand why I thought BJ was better than Jordan. So I used to go to the mall, and there was one store that had jerseys, and they had plenty of Jordan jerseys, everywhere. I couldn't understand why they didn't have BJ jerseys because BJ was cold too, hitting mad threes. Like, if Jordan passed the ball, then they could see BJ was just as good, if not better. But they didn't have no BJ jersey. So I would go to Walmart. I bought a red tank top, and I got some whiteout and a black Sharpie, and I made my own BJ jersey. And this is the real picture, actual picture, the jersey I made. And I rocked that sucker to school because kids didn't, I was trying to inform these kids and educate them BJ's better. Then I found out BJ Armstrong played for University of Iowa. And my grandpa, man, he used to always take us to the thrift store. And I'd be so mad because I want new stuff. Why are you taking us to the thrift store? And one day we went, and there was this bright yellow Iowa basketball jacket, perfectly fit me. I bought that. So now I got Iowa BJ and Bulls BJ, and I'm rocking it to school. And my confidence level in BJ being better than Jordan is just skyrocketing out the roof. And then BJ blew up. He led the Chicago Bulls to 3 straight NBA championships. Then BJ started getting endorsements like he had an Eggo waffle basketball commercial. Led the league in three-point shooting and became a NBA All-Star starter. BJ did all that. And go ahead and look at those stats. Only Barkley and Shaq had more votes than BJ in the 1994 All-Star game. Skip Jordan. Then the Bulls did some old ignorant, hateful type stuff and let BJ go, man. He wasn't with the Bulls no more. Matter of fact, look at Jordan. Looked like Jordan saying something crooked to BJ in this picture. Man, BJ ain't had time for that, man. So they let BJ go, and I followed him for years, after he left the Bulls. And he ended up surfacing with the Charlotte Hornets. I bought some Charlotte Hornets shorts because I'm still repping BJ. And then it happened. The Bulls played the Hornets in the 1998 playoffs, and I got to see Jordan versus BJ. BJ came out strong, pushing Mike around. Hey, you see right here, BJ split Jordan and Scotty, probably dunked those, you know what I'm saying? BJ was killing Mike. I don't care what nobody says. He's killing him. Everything I said is coming true. BJ's better than Mike. Matter of fact, in this particular series, it was crunch time, fourth quarter. Jordan had switched on to BJ, and BJ shook that boy and hit that game winner. He hit the shot to, go ahead and put the game away. And at that moment, I knew it was true. I went to school every day, told people BJ's better than Jordan. I told them BJ and the Hornets was going to overthrow the Bulls and win the championship. I was wrong. Jordan put the clamps on BJ, man. BJ, man, played terrible after that, and the Bulls just went ahead and demolished the Hornets, and that was it. And I had to go to school, man, and I finally just broke down, man, and I realized Jordan was better than BJ, man. See, the thing was, I could identify with BJ. He was a small guard, probably one of the shortest players on the team. He couldn't really get his own shot off. It wasn't like he was a super scorer, but he could hit his open threes in the corner, keep the defense honest so somebody like Jordan could do their thing. And, he played hard defense. He would pick you up full court. He was always guarding guys that were a little bit quicker than him. He would dive on the floor, try to get a charge. He would do the little things, and I could identify with that. And where I messed up was, it wasn't that he was better than Jordan. I just liked him better than Jordan. I just could relate to him better than Jordan. He was my favorite player, not the best player. And I had that confused all these years. And all those kids that want to fight me, or if I ever put my hands on you, I want to tell you I'm sorry. Jordan was better than BJ. But to this day, if I walk into a room and I see Jordan and BJ Armstrong, I'm going to go holler at BJ. But the moral of the story is you got to be realistic with yourself as you become a basketball player. You got to understand, if you're not 7 foot, if you're not jumping out the gym, then you got to model your game after somebody with a similar skill set as yours. If I tried to be Michael Jordan, I probably never would have played high school ball, definitely wouldn't have played college. But I found someone with my similar skill set, and you just learn from them. So young people, man, quit trying to be KD if you don't have KD game. Don't try to be Kyrie if your handles is whack. It's okay. Be Patrick Beverly or something. Like, figure out what your skill set is and master that.